If you've not heard this before, Convince Me is a very simple section. Each member will bring their own answer to a question, and we need to try and convince the others that theirs is the correct answer. Each person only gets 45 seconds to do so, though. And this week's question is, what is the best Hell in a Cell match of all time? Asterix. You can't include the obvious answer, which is the Mick Foley Undertaker match. To start off with, I am going to hand over to Crusher. Answer the question, what is the best Hell in a Cell match of all time?
I am going for one that is 15 years ago, and it is from Vengeance, and it is Batista versus Triple H. I'm choosing this because this contest, it didn't go for the big bump sort of spots that we'd seen previously and that we've seen since. It was two former teammates going against each other in a massively physical match with barbaric spots and a lot of violence. And it was what I believe the Hell in a Cell match was originally for. It was bloody, it was brutal, and it was perfect way for them to end their rivalry. And the stiffs were massive, the moves were very good, the weapons was a steel chair wrapped in barbed wire. Triple H got his old friend, the sledgehammer, out, and Batista finished him off with a Batista bomb onto the ring steps. It was a very good match overall, and Batista solidified himself as one of the top stars in WWE after that.
That was 49 seconds, Crush. I'm sorry, you have to remove your last sentence there. Let's move on to Elliott. 45 seconds, go.
Okay, well, in terms of Hell in a Cell, you're only as good as your first. So I've chosen from Bad Blood, 1997, one of those in-your-house pay-per-views, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, which was a number one contenders match, I believe, for the World Heavyweight title at the time. Oh my God, this match is so underrated. Nobody talks about this because of, obviously, Taker versus Mankind going forward. But let us not forget that Shawn Michaels himself wears some crimson paint an awful lot within this match. He gets absolutely cut open. It is called Bad Blood, this pay-per-view, for a particular reason. It's so bonkers and fun because it's the first time you see the Cell, and the fact that people have to, have to believe in it. It is a real threat. Kane shows up at the end, which is absolutely fantastic as well. Honest to God, it's one of the best matches in their illustrious career. It's Taker versus Shawn Michaels. What else can I say?
I gave you extra time. We're at 55 now. That's another sentence I'm going to have to remove from the end. Kane did not show up anymore, I'm afraid. Will, over to you. 45 seconds. Go.
Armageddon 2000, Rikishi, The Undertaker, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and the champion was going in at the time was Kurt Angle. All the storylines had intertwined into that specific moment. Stone Cold had been run over by Rikishi. I did it for The Rock. And that was all coming down to it. The match itself was unbelievable. Mick Foley said he would resign, quit, leave WWE if someone got seriously injured. Undertaker threw Rikishi off the Cell into some sawdust. But it sounds less dramatic than I'm making out. It was 50 feet, God's sake. Brawls around the whole arena. They went up to the Titantron, Stone Cold and Triple H were having that rivalry at the time. And then there was this little cowardly champion, Kurt Angle at the time, who'd won it at no mercy with that little bit of bogey snot hanging out of his nose, crying his little eyes out. Everyone hits their finisher. He puts out a limp arm over, I think it was Triple H, and retains his title against 5 of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Very good. You also went 5 seconds over, so Kurt Angle did no longer retain. I will now all give you the correct answer to this, which is only from 3 years ago, and that is New Day versus the Usos in a tag match in the Cell. My reason for this is very simple. We've seen the Usos go back and forth with the New Day a lot. However, this match on its own stands out. It was a very, very different style from what we're used to seeing. We still got that comedy aspect from the New Day, where they used like the trombone and the gong, but we also saw brutal spots. We had Xavier Woods chained to the ring post whilst the Usos wailed on him with kendo sticks. We saw an Uso essentially trapped in the Cell using kendo sticks. They just wellied each other for about 20 to 25 minutes. If you've not seen this match, this will make you rethink how you see both these teams. It was an incredible match. So mine is New Day versus the Usos in 2017 at Hell in a Cell. That is exactly 45 seconds, so I get a bonus point for keeping the time. However, it is not up to us. It is up to you, the Go Home Show podcast audience. What do you think? What is the best Hell in a Cell match of all time, not including Mick Foley versus The Undertaker? Is it Batista versus Triple H at Vengeance 2005? Is it In Your House Bad Blood, spelled with 2 Ds, from 1997, HBK versus The Undertaker? Is it the Mad 6-Man from Armageddon? Or is it New Day versus the Usos from 3 years ago, Let us know either in the comments or on the poll at Twitter at GoHomeShowPod.